Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ MV.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Friday.
Yeeks. Yes, it's Friday. The weekend is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How y'all feeling?
Oh man, blessed, black, and highly favored. How y'all feeling out there?
Yes, I am good, man. You know, it's HBCU homecoming season, of course, and I'm down in Tallahassee. I'm down at FAMU. We're doing like a series, a documentary is another reason why, besides me DJing all these homecomings, where we're just trying to shine light on some of the HBCUs to hopefully some kids and students will, think about HBCUs that haven't seen it. So we've been visiting all the HBCUs, just sharing the homecoming season, sharing the school, what's going on. So we went to St. Augustine's, we went to Hampton, we went to Howard. This weekend we had FAMU in Tallahassee. I got a chance to kick it with the football team yesterday, and I made a mistake. I went in the locker room, spoke to them, and I stepped on the rattler. I guess they have a logo and you're not supposed to step on it. Ooh. And I stepped on the rattler. And boy, did they scream at me, and I had to do push-ups. I had to do 25 push-ups, in front of everybody in the football team. Anybody who steps, now it was no struggle. But they definitely got me. So shout to FAMU. I'll see you some more today. I'm really enjoying the college run, man, the HBCU run. So shout to all the HBCUs out there.
Why would you step on their rattler, bro?
I didn't do it on purpose. I was walking in the locker room.
Think about when opposing teams, go step on people's logos or people's, mascots that's on the field. Other teams don't like that. That's a sign of disrespect.
Well, why didn't you tell me that yesterday?
I thought you do. You ain't never watched football?
I did, but I didn't think about it. It's the locker room. I don't do it on the field. Goodness gracious.
Used to always disrespect the Dallas Cowboys star. You know what I mean? Go step on it. Or think about when Kyrie Irving stepped on the
Boston
Celtics logo.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Celtics logo? Yeah,
the Celtics
logo. Yeah, man.
Well, I didn't think about it. But they started shooting me with their fake guns. It was like, you got to do is 25 push-ups. And, I had to do 25 push-ups. So?
I think you did about 20. I think you did about 21. I don't think you got 25.
I did 25, man.
You got about 21.
Well, who was on your show yesterday?
Last night, damn, everything be feeling like a blur. Last night we had Tommy Davidson on. T.I. was on the panel, and we had Kirsten Soltis Anderson from CNN, and had a one-on-one conversation with my man Stephen Colbert, who's also the executive producer of Hell of a Week. So thank you to everybody who tuned in last night. We come on every Thursday night on Comedy Central right after the Daily Show. And you can stream us all weekend on Paramount Plus if you missed it last night live. Yes. So we had a great time last night.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. LaRussell will be joining us this morning.
Salute to my guy, LaRussell, man. LaRussell came up here before and, freestyled. But, today we're actually sitting and talking with him. He's got a project out right now called I Hate When Life's Going Great. Okay. All right. And we got front page news. Easy, what we talking about?
Yes, let's talk about Elon Musk. He has taken control of Twitter. We'll tell you what he's doing.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. All right, that was Riri with Lift Me Up. What you guys think?
That sounded very hard for me. And I know when the movie comes out, I'm sure, I don't know where that's at in the film. Maybe at the end. I don't know. I got to see the film. But that song sounded very powerful to me.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the movie, I'm sure. But all right. Yeah, what you think?
Yeah, and then didn't they say Thames wrote that song? First of all, I love a Rihanna ballad, always. Mm-hmm. And I know they said this was a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, and Thames is saying it's kind of a tribute to people we've lost as well. So I get the feels.
All right. Well, let's get in some front page news. All right. Man, that song was powerful. All right. Now, in Thursday night football last night, the Ravens beat the Buccaneers 27-22. What's going on with Brady, bro?
He's 97 years old.
Goodness.
What you talking about? Eventually, Father Time is going to catch up. He don't really have a lot of great pieces around him. Like, what do you mean? Like, he's 103 years old. You ask me, what's wrong with Tom Brady? He want to be home, man. He might be potentially going through a divorce. If you believe all of these stories, all of this, stuff going on in his household, come on, man. Been time. Right. Brady should have hung it up after he won the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Well, game 1 of the World Series is tonight, 8:03 p.m. Phillies versus the Astros. The Nets lost again. They lost to the Mavericks 129-125. And the Warriors beat the Heat last night 123-110. What else we got, Easy?
All right, well, let's talk about Elon Musk. He has taken control of Twitter and fired the top executives there. That's a $44 billion deal. Now, there's been some uncertainty about what was going on. Remember, he tried to get out of the deal, but now he has acknowledged the takeover in a tweet. He said the bird is freed. So there was supposed to be a trial that was originally set to take place earlier this month, but because he did take over and now has immediately fired some of the top executives, including the CFO, the CEO, the policy head. He is planning to rethink Twitter's content moderation policies. He wants more of a free speech approach. He also does not believe that there should be permanent bans for people who repeatedly violate its rules. So they're thinking that some people who have been banned previously might be able to reemerge. Some controversial users could be back on the platform. Elections are coming up, so this could really play a key role in what happens there and what information is spreading when it comes to elections.
What does free speech mean in 2022? Because I still feel like, you need to regulate dangerous misinformation, and you definitely need to regulate a bullying of some sort. So what does free speech mean in 2022? Because I feel like, we're speaking freely right now, but we're still on a platform that has rules and regulations. Just like broadcasters on television, they speak freely, but they're on a platform that has rules and regulations. I still feel like for a platform as big as Twitter, you still need some type of rules and regulations.
Well, free speech isn't free. We all do know there's things that could get us canceled. There's things that if you say that in the Bible will get you canceled. So free speech is absolutely positively not free.
I don't like the word canceled. I just like to say that free speech will definitely cost you something.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't like to use that word canceled, but free speech will definitely cost you something. There's a price to your words. But I'm just saying, like, what is that in 2022? When you say Twitter is free speech, that means it's going to be the wild,
I guess
wild
that
west?
means you can harass and bully people and spread false information if you so choose. And if there's repercussions from that, then there will be, but it won't be from Twitter.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like that's what they're saying. Like, look, we're going to give you permission to say whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want, and not worry about the consequences of it. But you will have consequences.
Right.
Right. And so it's unclear right now how far he's taking this whole free speech that he wants to do. But there is going to be some type of loosening of existing content moderation policies. And we shall see. Twitter was one of the first places to ban Donald Trump when he was president, and then right after the January 6th Capitol riots. And so a lot of people did then kind of have a ripple effect from that, but Twitter was the first one to do that. So he might even want Donald Trump back on Twitter. We don't know. All right, and that is your front page news.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. Again, 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
It's Cliff down in Florida, man, South Florida.
Hey, what's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
Just wanted to say, man, that ballad you guys played from Rihanna, man, that was to open up the show. I think that was solid, man. It makes you think about a lot of people that you miss.
That's right.
I'm in tears, bro. So it's kind of crazy, man. But I just wanted to say, man, I appreciate it, and it was a good song. Can't wait to see the movie.
Okay, brother. Thank you, man. I thought it was touching as well. Hello, who's this?
Hello, yes, this is Troy from Brooklyn. I want to vent.
Go ahead, Troy.
My wife wants to get up early in the morning. I got to be to work at 7. She got to be to work at 9. I drop her in, and she wants to get up late. She wants to get up, have sex in the morning, and then we're both late for work. So I want to tell her to chill.
At least you guys are late for a good reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good reason, but at the same time, we got to be to work at a certain time. You know what I'm saying?
How old are you, King?
Say again?
How old are you, King?
40.
How old is your woman?
43.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's just what it is, brother. Welcome to the age of 40, the 40-40 club, where your legs and your back ain't what they used to be.
Nah, you just gotta have a quickie, brother.
Or get up a little earlier. Maybe you get up a little earlier.
Oh, they going too long.
But you never know. It's spontaneous, right? It's not like it's on a schedule.
No, it's no schedule. Definitely spontaneous, but she always wanted. All I need is like 5 hours sleep. She's the one who needs 8-9 hours. But then again, she wants to get up. You know what I'm saying, and do that. But then we're rushing for work. You know what I'm saying? I'm rushing. I'm driving her to work. I drop her off. Then I got to shoot across town. I got to go to work. And you know, I'm hearing about it at work. To be honest, I told her, but you know,
bro, you maybe need to buy her. What's that toy that those women be using?
That rabbit.
Rose?
Yeah. Rose was a rabbit. You just get you off and then be like, "Hey, babe, hold that," and then you know.
It's funny you say that because she got a couple of them in the drawer, but she don't use them. She need to put those to use and leave me alone.
You don't want her to leave. You don't want her to leave you alone. You are right there with her.
All right, you get to that age where you prioritize sleep over everything else, especially when you got to get up in the morning. I get it, bro.
Exactly right. Exactly. So. You know, but she's looking at me crazy with these eyelashes on.
Oh, she's right there.
Well, you better get it in, bro. You got a couple hours, so go do your work.
Yeah, well, I just finished. I'm about to get up and get out of here in a little while.
There you go.
You just finished and you call us first, man. Goodbye, man.
Peace, King.
Goodness gracious. Go get I was going to say a paper towel, a wet rag or something.
Yeah, man, that room still stank and you calling us.
Your room stinks? Hello, who's this?
Top of the morning.
Hey, top of the morning. Who's this?
It's Akiri.
What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
What's up, man? Just want to say, good morning to everybody. Charlamagne, Angelique, what's up?
Peace,
I already
King.
know. I just wanted to talk about the Twitter situation, man. To be honest, like that whole free speech, come on, we all know it ain't going to be no free speech. That's what they say at first. But you know how these white people do? They want to limit everything.
Well, honestly, man, if you mean regulate, yeah, I do think they do need to regulate it because I'm going to tell you what you're going to see in the future. In the future, you're going to see a whole bunch of broadcasters and a whole bunch of people in debt because they got sued for something that they couldn't even stand on. They got sued for something that wasn't factual. They got sued for putting lies and disinformation out on Twitter. We're going to see a lot more of that. You're seeing it now with the Alex Jones and the Cardi B case, but you're going to see a lot more of that in the future. So they need some rules and regulations to protect people from themselves, bro.
It's the same thing with the election. They do the same thing with elections. They tell you one thing, the next thing you know, boom, it's a whole different story.
Well, that ain't the same, but we get what you're saying. We get what you're saying, bro.
I'm telling you, man, sometimes you got to save people from themselves, bro. The beauty that we have, we came up in radio. We understand the rules and regulations, the things we can and can't do, and we still get, punched in our mouth sometimes. So imagine the person that has none, no rules, no regulations, and think they can do and say whatever. Oh, my God.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. Say it with your chest. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. It's Jermaine out of Atlanta. Mr. Bombay Vodka, man. What's going on with y'all this morning?
What up, bro? Get it off your chest.
I would like to give a super big happy birthday shout out to my daughters, the Bombay twins. They turning 7, and we're going to do it up this weekend. And Daddy loves y'all.
All right, brother. Happy birthday to them. Hello, who's this?
It's Mike Vick from Long Island. What's up?
Mike, what up? Get it off your chest, Mike.
Chilling. Hey, man, I just feel like these 2022 females ain't it, man. We got to bring it back to the 90s.
What?
The 90s?
How you going to do that?
Why do you want somebody from the 1990s, sir?
I'm just saying, like, these females ain't acting right. They talking about they chasing a bag. Really, they chasing a BBL. It ain't right.
They need the bag to get the BBL. You know what I've been thinking about? I want a blues singer to write a song called BBL Blues about, somebody who got a BBL but now they regret it because they look like an ant.
Charlamagne, you always talking about ass. There's something like, and you and males' asses. I don't know what's up with that.
You was talking about a women's ass just now.
I don't know what he's talking about, man. I can't
was talking about a female's ass.
I'm talking about BBLs and songs. I didn't even say nothing.
He was waiting to say that one.
I know you guys saw the costume of the little baby dressed as a BBL patient.
Yeah, I did see that.
Oh my
Hello,
gosh.
who's this?
Good morning, Breakfast Club. How y'all doing? This is Tyler, a.k.a. Mr. Dingo, with your favorite clothing brand, Dingo0925. How y'all doing?
Dingo.
What up, Dingo?
We all know what it is.
That's right. Y'all know what it is. I appreciate y'all support. Y'all go check out the brand at dmgo0925.com. I appreciate y'all. Now, Miss Yee, I got a couple of movies for you. I know you like horror films and you're trying to find something to get you scared, but I got you. Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
It's called Dash Cam. That's the first one. It's on Hulu. Write that down. It's called Dash Cam. It's trippy as hell.
I think I see. Oh, no, I didn't see that. Okay.
You didn't see that one. I'm pretty sure you did. Otherwise, you would have been talking about it. You need to watch that one, because that one's crazy, okay? And then on Netflix, it's a little show. It's called Cabinet of Curiosities. I just started watching that. That one is super trippy, too. It's like a whole bunch of, like, hour-long stories and whatnot, and they're crazy. They're super freaky. I think it might get you on the edge of your seat. So definitely check
All right, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, and
you know what makes me not watch a horror movie right away? If it's rated PG or PG-13, I'd be like, can't be that scary.
It's rated R. Both of them are rated R, so you should be straight. And then Charla.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Charlamagne. What happened, man? I really don't know why those people took your show away from you, like the original name. I like the original name, brother. I don't know if you can talk about it or not. Maybe cough twice if you can. But I definitely appreciate it.
I've talked about it a million times.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, because I missed that one, bro. I appreciate the name. I don't know why they made you change it.
Well, listen, man, they made the changes because they feel like Hell of a Week reads like more of a weekly late-night talk show. And by the looks of the ratings this season, I have to say that they're right. So, yeah.
Okay.
You know what they was talking about.
Absolutely.
I'll give you that. And then Envy. Last one for you, brother. A little bit of slander. No offense. Can we just call you Envy while you are up there instead of DJ? I ain't heard you scratch not one damn record since you've been up there. Can we just call you Envy? Charlotte?
You can call me what you want to call me. You can call me what you want to call me, but I'm DJ Envy, sir. If you call DJ Academics, you're going to call me DJ Envy, sir.
But to his point, you don't DJ. I am a witness.
DJ, sir. Yeah, I DJ. Every weekend I DJ. I DJ on the radio. I DJ. Probably one of the best DJs out there. No, allegedly. Not probably. I am.
Allegedly, and by allegedly, I mean allegedly a DJ.
Shut up. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got rumors on the way?
Yes, and let's talk about former Saturday Night Live star Chris Redd. He was taken to a hospital, and that is because he was attacked outside of a comedy show.
All right, we'll get into that next. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Kanye West.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
All right, I know y'all are sick and tired of this, but Quentin Tarantino was on Jimmy Kimmel Live last night, and he was responding to claims from Kanye West that he and Jamie Foxx stole his idea for Django Unchained. Here's what he had to say. And Tarantino said there's no truth to the idea that Kanye West came up with the idea of Django. He said he had the idea before a while, before he ever met Kanye. And he went on to say that Kanye did have an idea for a video for Gold Digger. He said that he would be a slave, and the whole thing was the slave narrative where he's a slave and he's singing Gold Digger, and it was very funny. However, being a slave in the video seemed to be the only similarity. He said it was supposed to be ironic, but that's what Quentin Tarantino is responding to. Here's what Kanye West said originally on Piers Morgan.
Do you believe there are limits to free speech? And if they are, what are they?
There are no limits to free speech. It's all context, right? Tarantino can write a movie about slavery where actually him and Jamie, they got the idea from me because the idea for Django, I pitched to Jamie Foxx and Quentin Tarantino as the video for Gold Digger. And then Tarantino turned it into a film. But in that film, he puts a context, he creates a context where Leonardo DiCaprio is allowed to use the word multiple times within that context. So Hollywood's job is to frame things, and they allow what context, what content is accepted and what's not.
That makes no sense whatsoever. Like, we do know there's a difference between rhetoric in movies and rhetoric in real life, not to mention Django was a period piece. That's why Leonardo DiCaprio was saying the N-word in that movie. He was a slave owner. We do know the difference, right? Or am I tripping?
I hope we do.
It's a all right. You know what though? Also, too, man. At what point do folks, in the media have to stop entertaining like these irrational thoughts coming from Mr. Ye? Like, I know you can't help anyone who doesn't want to help themselves, but at some point, folks have to stop entertaining this dysfunction and at least attempt to get that man some help, right?
I've been saying it for a long
I agree.
time.
I think Quentin Tarantino probably wanted to, I don't think he said anything negative about him. He was just saying that, that was not where he got the idea from Django from, and that he actually had the idea way before he met Kanye. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And he also did say Kanye did have an idea for the Gold Digger video that had to do with that, but that was, the only similarity. So I don't see anything wrong with him clearing up himself.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. You got to ask if you Jimmy Kimmel or whoever interviewing. I'm just talking about in the whole totality of what's going on. At what point do folks in the media have to stop entertaining these irrational thoughts coming from Mr. Ye? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, hopefully no more interviews. Everybody just let him.
No, because it sparks likes, it sparks headlines, it puts you on the blogs and social media. That's why people are doing these interviews. Come on, let's be clear.
Hey, man, I just pray that brother gets some real healing, because I've been telling y'all for weeks, he's moving like somebody who doesn't plan to be around much longer. Like, the man's been talking about people coming to get him for the past few weeks. He's been saying that people are threatening to kill him. He's burnt his entire empire to the ground on purpose. And y'all think that's normal behavior?
No,
come on, man.
People believe he did that on purpose, that he can be free from all his contracts without paying a dime. That's what they're saying.
What you just said, Envy, is so on point, because it's like people are sitting around and watching this plane crash, and they're making these irrational scenarios, right? But the real scenarios, like, hey, man, that man's moving. He's moving like someone who doesn't plan to be around much longer. Somebody need to intervene, And the real scenarios like that, nobody want to talk about, but we want to have stupid conversations about. No, he's planning all of this. This is all part of his master plan. Like, come on, man. Y'all see that plane crashing? Stop it.
All right, and SNL star Chris Redd, he was attacked outside of the Comedy Cellar, and it appears he was targeted by two men who seemed to be waiting for him, and they came up out of nowhere. They actually stole his chain, and according to reports, they also had brass knuckles, and so he was hit in the face and ended up having to go to the hospital. He had two black eyes, a huge gash on his nose, which required stitches. He was hospitalized and then released shortly thereafter. The men were dressed as security guards. They had masks covering their faces.
Really?
And the attacker who approached him and hit him with brass knuckles was heavyset. The other man was standing across the street. They said he appeared to be casing the area.
Oh, this is personal. This wasn't no random, let's just take his chain. This was, he knows who did that. That's what it seems like. Yeah, that seems like somebody personal. Like, somebody he said something to him was like, I'm going to get you back, or somebody he pissed off. That's not no random act.
No, what you just said, they were dressed like security guards. They were casing the area out. And I mean, it's not like Chris Redd don't have a familiar face. He's on Saturday Night Live every week, and he's got his show Bust Down on Peacock on NBC. So, I mean, he might have looked like a target, especially the people that were casing the area. Dressed like security guards?
Yeah, that's what makes me seem like it was random. I didn't say it was random. I said that sounds personal. That sounds like somebody was like, oh, we going to get him. That doesn't sound random.
Well, apparently moving forward, Chris Redd is feeling like I got to start moving with some security.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Chris.
And that is your rumor report.
I'm just glad that brother's okay. I mean, because it could have been a lot worse. So I thank God he's okay.
Mm-hmm. And yes, Chris, yes, you definitely need security, bro. You somebody, and you got something. When you're worth something, you got to protect it. Yes, Chris, go get security.
All right. Well, we got front page news next. What we talking about?
Let's talk about Delonte West. He's been arrested and booked on multiple charges.
All right. Well, we'll get to that next. Can we get on Riri? We got Riri ready, locked and loaded? All right. Well, let's get on Riri. Front page news is next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Discover something new on HBO Max. Stream the latest HBO originals like House of the Dragon. Then catch the biggest movies like Elvis starring Austin Butler. Discover the stories that move you. Learn more at HBOMax.com.
Y'all, The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now in Thursday night football, the Ravens beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-22. All right. I don't know what's going on with Tom Brady and his team, but they're getting.
Man, could y'all stop that? Tom Brady is 97 and 3/4 years old. All right. Okay. That man should have retired 2 years ago after he won that Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not to mention they talk about his home life. He's going through a lot, right? So it's like, come on, man. Father Time eventually catches up. He's just mentally and emotionally not with us right now. You can see that clearly.
Well, game one of the World Series starts tonight at 8:03. Phillies versus the Houston Astros. So good luck to both teams there. And also, Cowboy fans, it looks like you lost one. Charlamagne, would you like to join LeBron James in leaving as a Cowboy fan?
No.
Well, this is the audio. LeBron saying he's no longer a cowgirl, a cowboy, whatever you want to call it, fan.
But I ain't heard you talk about the Cowboys in a long I mean, maybe since like 1997 or something. You still a Cowboys fan?
Nah, man. I had to chill out. I had to chill out on the Cowboys, man. Like, there's a lot of things that was going on during the, when guys were kneeling and guys were having, freedom of speech and wanted to do it in a very peaceful, manner. And, a lot of people in their front office and a lot of people that, ran the organization was like, if you do that around here, then you would never play, for this franchise again. And, I just didn't think that was appropriate. So
makes total sense.
I like a lot of the players on the team still.
So now you all in on the Browns.
I'm all in on the Browns, and we won one shining moment.
Okay, all right. Well,
Wow,
LeBron James is
Bron.
no longer a
Wow.
Cowboys fan.
Wow. He left us the way his hairline left him. And I can make that joke because I don't have a hairline either. My hairline left a long time ago. By the way, that's no reason to not be a Cowboy fan anymore. That's no reason to not be a Cowboy fan anymore, because by that logic, you wouldn't watch the whole NFL. The whole NFL, allegedly blackballed Colin Kaepernick. Remember when people were saying they were going to boycott the NFL because of all those issues Bron named? You don't give up on one franchise because of that. You give up on the league.
Well, LeBron did.
LeBron did.
Yeah,
What else we
LeBron-
got, Yeezy?
He also revealed that his show, The Shop, is going to be part of the Thursday Night Football stream on Prime Video for the November 17th game between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers, just so you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, now let's talk about Delonte West. Unfortunately, he was arrested and booked on multiple charges, including public intoxication. Police in Fairfax County, Virginia, were called to a parking lot after witnesses claimed they saw him trespassing inside of a vehicle. According to authorities, when they tried to intervene, he became aggressive as they tried to detain him, and then he fled. They did find him, ultimately detained and booked him on 4 criminal charges, including vehicle trespassing, entering a vehicle, fleeing from law enforcement, and public intoxication. He was, however, released from custody. So this is all in the midst of him trying to work on making a basketball comeback in the Big 3 league. And they said he had been in training. They also said he had been speaking to kids at an academy in Maryland, the Pat the Rock Basketball Academy, and giving out advice on basketball. Hopefully he does also get everything that he needs.
Yeah, I hate seeing situations like that. I hate seeing brothers like that go to jail, because jail's not going to do anything for that brother. That brother don't need to be in jail. That brother need to be in a facility getting help for his mental and emotional well-being. Like, the brother clearly has mental health disorders. Like, jail's not the place for him, and releasing him from custody to do what? Go right back to not getting help for his issues? Like, that brother needs to be somewhere getting help.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
All right, and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer was caught on the hot mic talking about the elections. He said the state where we're going downhill is Georgia. He was on the tarmac with the president and also New York's Governor Kathy Hochul and Senator Kirsten Gillibrand in New York. And it was filmed by the Washington Post. He said it's hard to believe that they will go for Herschel Walker. He also was talking about midterm election races in other places. He said it looks like the debate didn't hurt us too much in Pennsylvania. That's when John Fetterman was up against Dr. Oz. He said, so that's good. Fetterman does continue to have a 2-point lead over Oz. And he also sounded optimistic about Nevada's Senate election between incumbent Democratic Senate Catherine Cortez Masto and Republican Adam Laxate. He said, we're picking up steam in Nevada. So that was all caught on the hot mic.
We're in a world where seasoned politicians are having trouble with athletes and celebrities in these races. What does that say about the Democratic Party?
Yes, indeed.
How weak is the Democratic Party that they're having problems with Herschel Walker in Georgia and Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania? Just think about that.
But how weak
for a
is the
second.
Republican Party that they are? I'll vote for Herschel Walker no matter what, even though 2 women have come forward showing what a hypocrite that he is based on the things that he says that he stands for and calling the women skanks.
I'm about to start running.
They winning. Like, what is weak
Yeah,
about
because of the
that?
Republicans who will vote for whoever and put their muscle behind anybody,
You know
no matter
why?
what
You
their
know
morals
why?
are.
Because Republicans just want to win, and they want to put people in position that's going to do their bidding, and being that they move as a unified front all the time, unlike the Democrats, their base just knows all we got to do is get a Republican in. That's why. Because the Republican Party, for
They stick together.
reason,
They stand with each other.
Yeah, and they
Absolutely
look stronger than the Democratic Party for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'm about to run that
Democrats
shit.
definitely tear each other down all the time. Republicans don't even care if you do anything right or wrong. They're going to stand by.
They ride with each other
because they want to win. And Stacey Abrams said, I saw Stacey Abrams say recently, she said that a lot of candidates are suffering because of the overall feeling people have of the Democratic Party. And she said it's not that they have a lack of enthusiasm in the candidates, they just have a lack of trust in the whole party.
All right, well, that is your front page news. Now, when we come back, we have California rapper, Bay rapper, LaRussell joining us this morning. We're going to kick it with LaRussell when we come back. He gets busy, he's nice, and he's going to talk about his independency and how he continues to make money and all that. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Hey.
Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Good morning. We got a special guest in the building. LaRussell, welcome back.
Man, my guy. What's up, my brother? How you feeling?
Last time he came on the block for a hot minute, came and he dropped like a good 40 balls, 60 balls, and then got out of Dodge.
60-point game, man. Come on. Yeah. You got the new project out. I don't even like to say you got a new project out because I feel like you drop every week.
You know, we got to.
I hate when life's going great.
Yeah.
What's this, number 21?
Number 21.
Why so much music?
Why not?
Okay, you're right.
Why not?
What makes this one more special than the other 20, though?
I think they're all special in their own way because they're different timestamps in my life and in my journey. This one is very reflective of my current process and just going through the journey of success and navigating what I've been going through. So it's just special because it's in this moment. It's now, right? We'll never get now again.
Now, you also talk so much about being independent and the value of that.
Come on.
And starting your own businesses. We know you have good company, but you do have a deal. What's the deal with Russ?
So I have a partnership with Russ, a 50-50 profit split. And that's for one project, which I'll probably deliver at the top of next year. And he's just going to, do what he do best, and I do what I do best and deliver music. But yeah, it's partnered. And
what made you do that partnership?
This is not the one? I thought this was the album.
No, this is different, right?
Okay,
this is different.
We got a lot of music.
Yeah, we got a whole lot of it. You said what?
What made you partner up with him?
Man, he was just early in and very resourceful and just, he showed a lot of love early and appreciation. And being that he went through this process, he understood what I needed more than the majors. Like they weren't offering me what I actually needed to get to this level, right? It was too much. It would have been restricting. I dropped 15 albums just from the period of me going viral till now. If I would have signed to a label, I probably would have only got 3 out. And maybe they would have got a bigger push, but maybe not, So it was like they was stifling what I was actually trying to accomplish, and he was very hands-off. Most people, when you sign a deal, you can only release music under that deal. I've been releasing music. Everything I've been releasing since then, I've owned completely, so I'm just still able to do my thing.
But is it lucrative? Because, you drop so much music, right? Do people get a chance to really ride to it and understand it and sit with it and live with it? Or is it's almost like it happens so much?
If you sell 10 products, versus 1 during a period of time, of course it's lucrative because I get paid into perpetuity. I own it for the rest of my life. I'd rather be getting paid rent from 10 houses than just 1.
So you hear that, real estate man?
When it comes to real estate, yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. You'd rather have 1 crib paying you or 10 of them. I have 21.
But do people get to digest it enough? Like, because you sit with music, but sometimes when artists have too many tracks on the album, you don't really get to track 26, you know what I mean? Because you
I think it depends on how great the music is. The people who want to digest it does, and the people who don't. My thing is I'm never worried about that. I'm just creating from my heart.
Gotcha.
I'm not really creating with the idea of can you digest this or not. This is just what I'm feeling and I'm sharing it. You could either accept it or not.
It's a different day and age too, where artists have a lot more freedom because I think there's so many more resources and ways to just reach people directly and not have to go through a whole system to get that done.
Definitely, and it's beautiful. So this last album we actually sold prior to it releasing to DSPs through a platform called Even, and I sold it direct to my fans. We sold 4,000 albums and did $100K in revenue. prior to it even coming out.
Wow.
Most artists would have to wait for DSPs and wait for streaming. To make that amount through streaming, you'd have to stream 25 million times, and streaming pays quarterly, so you wouldn't get that. I wouldn't see what I made until next year probably if I had to rely on streaming.
It would be interesting to see what an NBA YoungBoy would have done.
It's going to be insane.
Because he puts out as much music as you do.
And he doing, if any of them, Drake, Kendrick, Cole, any of them run this play the way I've ran it, they'd make 4 times more, and they should. Like, you should buy the art from the artist. There's no reason you should want a LaRussell product, but got to go somewhere else to get it. It's like my shows. We sell our own ticket, and if you want to see LaRussell, you have to talk to LaRussell.
Can we talk about your growth as a human being and as an artist and how that's reflected in your music, even in your name, using your real name now?
Completely. I'm just able to speak on things I wasn't able to prior because I didn't have the knowledge or the insight or the information or the emotional intelligence. Like, a lot of people hit me about certain songs and they're like, man, this was exactly how I'm feeling. A lot of us are feeling these things, but we can't express it because we don't have the ability. So, you know, as I've grown as a person, I've just been able to express more, and the music has gotten better just because it's closer to home. It's realer.
That's one of the things I love about you, the fact that you are able to talk about the traumas you've experienced, but more importantly, the healing you've received. When did that journey start? When did you start getting that language? When did you start doing that work on yourself?
Man, I was working at this job called UTC, and I sat across from this girl named Rita. And one
what
day
is UTC, first of all?
It's like an aerospace company.
Okay.
And they do a lot of contracting for military, different stuff. But I was working across from this lady named Rita. She was from Singapore. And like, her English was broken, so people didn't used to really talk to her much, but I used to chop it up with her. And one day she gave me this book called The Freedom Simplified. It was a short read, but that changed my life. It's kind of like Buddhist text, just like life principles. And that was the first time I read in a long time. I used to be like, I'm not reading, because in high school I always had to read, you know, stuff based on school that wasn't interesting. But that just shook me up. I went on Amazon and ended up buying hella books after that, and it just started slowly growing. I start getting around people who had similar thoughts, and the homies start pouring into me, and just life through experience, just naturally growing and learning more.
Oh, so you never went to therapy or anything like that?
I just recently started going to therapy, and I don't know if it's for me, and I don't know if I'm getting I feel like I had an expectation going into it, and you know, that always kind of deviates the process a bit, because you may not get what you expect. So I'm not sure how it is for me, but I started going recently.
What made you go?
Just wanting to kind of work through some of the emotions I've been dealing with, and just kind of like, you know, some days you wake up and you tired of doing trash stuff, or like being a certain way for that moment. You feel me? And then the moments is like, I'm gonna go to therapy, right? And then you start, and then, you know, through that process, you either love it or you don't.
All right, we got more with LaRussell when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with LaRussell. Charlamagne?
Your title of the new project, man, it sticks out to me just because I feel like self-sabotage is at an all-time. You know, the other shoe is about to drop, or something bad is about to happen. Just embrace it. Is that what that title signifies?
Definitely. That's exactly what it is. You know, I've struggled throughout this journey to stay on a high. And not that you're supposed to stay on a high. You know, you're supposed to kind of go up and down and stay kind of neutral. But I'm usually extreme. I'm very high or I'm very low. And that title is very reflective of just that process, going through the changes that comes with success, and just all the anxiety and all the pressures that come with it as well.
It's a lot of work for you too, the way that you operate.
It's a lot.
It's more than the average person, but people feel like they can really connect with you. I saw you did a pop-up show in Brooklyn, and they said you were outside greeting everybody.
Yeah, of course. I'm in a line, man. We sold out 500 tickets in 8 hours.
Wow.
I literally, I was up the night before and was like, man, I want to do a pop-up show. And we
on your own platform, right?
Yeah, and I sold the tickets through a platform I own equity in. It's called West TBA, Black-owned tech. And I was like, I want to do a pop-up, and originally we thought it was gonna be like 50 to 100 people, just something light, and we ended up doing over 500 tickets.
And you do the pay what you want deal, right? Did you do that for Brooklyn?
These shows are offer based. So we do proud to pay shows where you could pay absolutely anything, and sometimes like at home we'll do that. Like right now we're doing a cafe, you can pay whatever.
Word to Nipsey.
But these shows are offer based. So you go through the site and you make an offer on what that ticket is worth to you, and we either accept or decline the offer.
Is that lucrative? Because I see you do that. You do that with your mom's cafe. You do that with the merchandise. Is that lucrative?
Very.
Okay.
Because you're like, so for the backyard shows, across a span of 4 backyard shows,
now, people don't know what the backyard shows. Just explain to them what that is.
Yeah, so I built a residency in my backyard so we don't have to deal with the politics of the venues, and we did 4 really big shows in the summer.
So it's your house.
Everybody was coming out. This is my crib, my childhood home. And across the 4 shows, we generated about $75,000, and it's because
off the pergola,
only 200 people can come to each show, so off 800 people, right? And it's because when you do offer based, you never know what you're worth to someone else, right? If I change your life through music, or if you just really love LaRussell, you gonna shoot me a little bit more. You know, a lot of artists my size, they go do shows and their ticket price probably like $25, $15. My last show, the average ticket price was $75, and that's because we allow the people to choose what that experience is worth. But we also provide so much more. I'm at the front door doing wristbands. After the show, you could actually talk to me at the crib. My pops is cooking. My mom's here. So it's a different experience.
Wait, you're putting the wristbands on people?
Man, I'm wristbanding people. I'm doing everything. I'm kissing babies, man. Come on.
Are you putting them on tight so they can't slide it off and pass it to somebody else?
But, man, my fans don't even do that. We don't even have to worry about it. We built great energy. They with me.
You don't feel away with people knowing where you live?
Nah, because I've lived there my whole life. People already know where I live.
They know where I live.
It's just more people now. They already know. But I mean, what we've built is like a safekeep in the hood. Like everybody looks out for it. It's like, no, this is ours. You feel me? So we don't have to deal with that.
Have you had anybody like just pop up when it's not a show? Like, I want to meet LaRussell.
Has to be all the time.
Yeah. A couple have, and you know that's nothing but a trip outside. And hey, don't you come around here again?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna show you that love. We gonna embrace you.
I love LaRussell, man. I love him for a bunch of different reasons. Number one, he's a dope lyricist, very intelligent young man. But also, it's not about what you say yes to; it's about what you say no to.
Come on.
I saw you say no to some really. No need to say no names, but talk to some really incredible earlier that I know would make the average young man be like, oh, I'm absolutely doing it. And I remember you hit me like, nah, this ain't right.
It wasn't right.
And I was like, all right.
That's the thing. Like when you don't say no, later on you're going to feel it no matter what. And you're going to have to sit with it. And I'm somebody, it'll bother me. It's going to absolutely bother me. So those no's early really saved me because like I said, if I would have took them early deals, I would have been hindered.
How long ago was that? Was that a year? Has it been a year?
It's been about a year, roughly. Wow. Yeah, it's been 1 year. You know, we started, it was like 3,000 followers at that point to now almost over 500K. So it's been 1 year.
What are some of the stresses that you deal with, though? Like I said, it is a whole lot more work when you do run things independently. But I understand the financial payout is greater. But what are some of the stresses?
Life, just not having adequate time to cater to everyone and everything. Dealing with the emotional trauma that kind of comes with the changes that come with success, like just the change of dynamic in relationships, not being able to do certain things. Like I usually take my daughter to school and pick her up. So like when I'm out and gone, I don't get to do that and get to cultivate that situation. And just, it's really the time spot that stresses me most. And just whenever I do something that's like against my soul, or I feel like I'm not being the greatest human, or I didn't act in my best interest of a situation.
Could you see yourself doing a more long-term situation, a deal, a partnership?
Yeah, definitely. But I think the way that we structure it would be kind of different than labels do deals. So they like to do things in like 4 albums or 5 albums versus I'm somewhere where it's like, if we do long-term, it's like, okay, I'll release music with you for a year or so and we'll split back in. But it just has to be restructured a different way because how they do it now doesn't make sense. Like one offer, I got offered a 360 for like 10% of me, right? But they didn't offer me a percentage of the company, which is crazy. It's like, why would you want a percentage of mine without giving me a percentage of yours? People want to sign to the Rock Nations and the Def Jams because of the artist that was there prior. but they don't have equity in those companies.
But instead of the equity, wouldn't they be investing in you? Wouldn't they be giving you probably money, resources, access to things that you probably couldn't do on your own?
That's a one-time loan for a lifetime of equity on their end. $250,000 right now for a lifetime of equity, that's nothing.
But
they're getting paid for the rest of their life.
But a label will say that when they make an investment, but I mean you're different, but when they make an investment into an artist, they might sign 100 artists. 9 of them we never hear about.
Whose fault is that? What that got to do with me? My damn ain't got. You make bad decisions. Don't put that on me. That ain't got nothing to do with my deal. You feel me? Like, nah, that's not real. And it's like, bro, we make the product. I don't really care what you doing. Like, you selling my
So what would be a fair deal to you?
50-50 profit shares are fair with the proper amount of equity to establish what you're trying to create. I also don't have a problem with people getting paid into perpetuity off of houses they help build, right? But if you come into a system that's already fully established, you should be assistive. You shouldn't be taking over. It's different when you help build someone from the ground, but if you didn't help build a house from the ground, why would you, they're just some things that don't make any sense.
And you also practice what you preach with your business. So I saw you've been, for a while now, filming videos with artists as well, and you don't charge them, right?
Never.
You guys just do 50-50 on the back end.
Not even 50-50. Sometimes it's less than that. Like, I split the back end however it makes sense to accommodate what we're getting done. So, like, especially with us, we don't walk away with 50 because we have a whole team that help. So some of us are only getting 8 to 10%. And then, the artists get the greater half of it because they created the product. But we don't charge anyone. We just split the back end.
No, he's really about it. He's tried to give me splits on product. I'm like, no, bro. Like, I don't do that. Like, why? I'm like,
see, but
first of all, that's illegal. But and second, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take that from you anyway.
Which is crazy. Why is it illegal?
Because it would sway what DJs play or what personalities talk about. Like, I like to keep my stuff organic. Like, if I'm talking about you, it's because I actually genuinely enjoy you. You know what I'm saying? You can't pay for my opinion on something.
Right, but if you talked about someone and showed them love and then they give you equity after, how does that sway you, right? They can't sway you because you already did the deed. You feel me? And I feel like you should own equity in things that you help build. Like, you posted me so many times that my platform grew. Why wouldn't you have equity in it?
All right, we got more with LaRussell when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Back to your childhood crib. When you called your moms and said, "Mom, I want to do a concert in the backyard," how was that conversation? And how did she reply?
Exceptional. I said, "Hey, we about to build a pergola in the back."
She grabbed the hammer.
She said, "What's a pergola?" I said, "You about to see." And next thing you know, we built it up. It was my mom is just the realest, coolest in the world on earth. It's like whatever we say we gonna do, that's what we doing. She ain't got no issue with it.
That's dope.
And you wear Crocs like brothers in Brooklyn wear Timbs.
Yeah, they on right now. Come on. Yeah.
When did that start?
Probably like 2018. I don't even remember how I got to the Crocs. I think my daughter's sister had bought me some, like the first pair. She had some, and I was like, man, let me try them. And I put my foot in them things.
So comfortable.
Ever since.
You should do something with or make your own Crocs.
See, I was thinking about that, but I really love Crocs, so hopefully they just tap in.
Because they do a lot of the little things, the jewelry and stuff, not jewelry, but whatever that you could put on, and those do really well too.
So we made our own. We actually have some. Yep.
You got Croc buttons?
We got gibbets. Yep.
You know what's so crazy? Like I love the Yeezy slides, and I always say I hope the Yeezy slides don't become a symbol of hate. And every time I say that, somebody be like, "Buy Crocs, wear the Crocs."
Right.
I'm like, word.
Now, Crocs is cool, and then they got the little piece on the back. So if you got to move, you got kids, you got to move, you just boop, put the thing on the back, and
you out of there.
What's interesting to me, and I want to discuss this too, how you look at women, right? And your growth and maturity in that respect, and taking accountability for things, but also saying, I'm not using the word bitch anymore to refer to my girl. Because a lot of people do be like, yeah, that's my bitch. It's supposed to be a compliment, and the intention is not supposed to be bad, but words do matter. So can you discuss your growth in that area?
A journey that I'm still traveling. I haven't been the best towards women like previously just throughout my journey, and sometimes even now, but I think that's something that's self-reflective. I don't think men can respect women until they respect themselves. Wow. And a lot of men can't respect themselves because they don't know how. They've never been respected throughout their journey in life and through their childhood. They've never been nurtured or nourished or just poured into. So it's very, very difficult for you to go pour into someone else and you don't even know what that's like.
That's real. I mean, healed people heal people, right? Like, you know, like if you can, the people always talk about you projecting hurt, you can project healing as well.
Definitely. Yeah.
You opened up your mom's cafe, and that cafe is paid with
No, not my mom's. It's called Momo's. Yeah, it's called
I thought
Momo's.
that was
That's
your
hilarious.
mom's cafe.
Nah.
Oh, okay, but it's a pay what you want cafe.
Yeah,
Until
so
the end of the year.
we just made it proud to pay to the end of the year, and I just covered the bills for the next 3 months so everyone can just go eat.
Where is it?
It's in Vallejo. It's
What
on
was it? A place that was already there, or y'all?
Yeah, it's been there for years.
It's your
been there
favorite
for years.
restaurant.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite spots to go to, and the owner there is a big fan of the platform, and he just, man, I tossed him an idea earlier this year to do like a one-day brunch, right? And a bunch of people came out, paid what they wanted. So this time we're just in a grander position, and it's like, let's make sure people can eat.
Oh, I thought you bought the place.
No, but next year we're actually going to be going into
year.
partnership. So I just bought it out.
We know that, yeah. We know you love a partnership.
Yeah, I love a partnership. Come on.
At what point do you think you'll love when life's going great?
I think that's something that could happen any day once the work is done internally. Because life is actually exceptional right now. It's just some days I can't fully accept it because I'm still working through things that I've done or, you know, still trying to get past things that I feel emotionally about the past. But once that's through, I think I'll really be able to enjoy it. And I'm currently on that journey of just working through all that now.
I bet you it's helping you to appreciate the money more. Because in Famous, you said, you know, money can't make you rich.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very appreciative because the money is just a tool, you know, like it allows me to do a lot of things that I wasn't able to do. Like I could feed the community for the next 3 months now. You know, so money to me is just a tool. I don't really splurge or get excited about. I'm not impressed by most things, so I'm really able to utilize this money to truly help and cultivate my team and have my homies with me and change my family's life.
Well, look, you know we can't let you leave without hearing some bars.
Come on.
We know we gotta hear some bars.
Come on.
You need a beat? You want acapella? What you want to do?
Let me get a beat. Yeah, we gotta send one in. Come on.
You got a beat?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Tieta, can you send?
Oh, she ready? Like she like I know this rapping ass dude.
She ready like,
come on.
Press play, yo. Put some more beat on that joint.
Oh, come on. Charlamagne want to be a rapper so bad.
Come on. Vallejo.
There we go.
We here again. NY. Breakfast Club is not the same a year later. JSX check-ins, we don't do TSA. Still got shoebox money, we don't do BFA. We don't do net 30s unless it's biz credit. Billion evaluation, that's where the biz headed. I heard the crown heavy, lucky I'm big-headed. Lucky I'm big-hearted, I would've crushed again. Offer me breadcrumbs, offer me tea with it. They say it's just business, I don't agree with it. We on the Masters now, we on the pub too. We on the parking lot, we bought the club too. Integrated vertically, y'all against blew it. Came out the dirt, that mean we grew it. This ain't a prophecy, so we knew it. Huh? Hey, witnessing God work, witnessing black gold. Knew it was less travel, still took the back road. We spent our own bread, we spent our own loot. Why would I outsource? Hired my own crew. I'm getting better at it. 100K deals, still dressed like I never had it. Renovations is expensive. Flipped it 5 times and I still got my Crocs on. My mama got a podcast, I'm finna put my pops on. Give me 2 years, I'm hanging the jersey up. I'm the new AI, they playing with they jersey tuck. Please do not compare me to them. I am he, I am him. God body, I got scars on my limbs. I got mud on my Crocs, I got blood on my hands. I'm revered worldwide, I get love when I land. You can play it, you can plan. Y'all can never understand. I chop my arm off before I take these against hand. And end up like Mufasa trying to trust these lions against JSX check-ins, we don't do TSA. Still got shoebox money, we don't do BFA. We don't do net 30s unless it's biz credit. Billion evaluation, that's where the biz headed. I heard the crown heavy, lucky I'm big-headed. Lucky I'm big-hearted, I would've crushed against. Offer me breadcrumbs, offer me tea with it. They say it's just business, I don't agree with it. Huh?
LaRussell.
Yeah.
LaRussell. What we doing? I want to ask LaRussell one more thing. Because you said something in that rap that made me think of it. And I saw Drake say this the other day. And
Stop the beat.
I saw Drake say this the other day, and Drake was like, people say things like, it's business, never personal, but no, it's always personal.
It's always personal.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's just business. I don't agree with it. The way you do business is a reflection of your being. I don't do bad business because I'm not that type of. If you're able to somebody over and do bad business, that's because of who you are. It wouldn't sit well with you if you wasn't.
Word.
Well, LaRussell, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you.
Way to follow you, LaRussell. Tell them where to follow you.
Yeah, I'm at LaRussell on everything. Got good company. Is not the same.
Hey. It's the Breakfast Club, LaRussell.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the room. Let's talk Barack Obama.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor Report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Well, we've been following this story about the potential Phoenix Suns ownership group that's on the way. That's all after Robert Sarver was outed for being a racist, a sexist, and now he's selling the team altogether. And a lot of people have been linked to this potential ownership group. People like Shaq, Jeff Bezos have been linked to the franchise. Now there's another person, and that person is Barack Obama. Bill Simmons spoke to Charles Barkley about the upcoming sale of the Suns, and he said he was told by a source close to the situation that Obama is involved with one of the potential ownership groups. That could be interesting.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be real dope.
All right, so we'll keep on following this story. And 50 Cent.
I mean, it would only make sense, right? Because if you're an owner who, lost a team for making racist and sexist comments, you should have to sell it to a black person or a woman, right?
I agree.
All right, now 50 Cent has kicked off a 3-project deal, and this is a Lucid Media partnership with Peacock. All right, so details of the partnership and financial numbers have not been revealed yet, but there's an article on Variety about it, and the companies have already set up the first project under the deal. Exact details are under wraps, but it's known to be an unscripted true crime series at Peacock that's slated to debut in 2023. 50 Cent will also executive produce the series, and he'll work with Lucid to develop 2 more projects under the deal. He said, I'm excited by the kind of stories we're going to be bringing to life together and can't wait for the first project to reach Peacock next year.
Dropping the clues bombs for 50 Curtis St. Jackson. Curtis 50 St. Jackson.
Yeah, he
always
working.
Very inspiring what he's doing in the TV and film world.
Mm-hmm.
And in more inspiration, Salt and Pepper, they are going to be getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I can't believe they don't have one already.
Yeah, they should have been here.
That ceremony is going to take place on the morning of November 4th, so congratulations to them. They posted, we are honored and excited. And once again, Variety broke this story, so congratulations to Salt and Pepper. Love those
shout
ladies.
to Salt and Pepper. Shout to those
Dropping the clues bombs for Salt and Pepper. I'm shocked they don't have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame either.
I thought they had one.
All right, MC Lyte and Roxanne Shante are going to serve as guest speakers at the ceremony that will all be live streamed on the Walk of Fame website.
And MC Lyte and Roxanne Shante need stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame too.
I don't know if they have them or not. I just know they're speaking.
Why don't I have a hip hop Walk of Fame? You don't have one of those? There's no place in like New York where like people's name are on a brick or something?
I was thinking that too. I was always wondering why New York didn't have like a Walk of Fame. You know what I mean? Like
it'd be gum and dirt all over it.
I mean, it's nasty in LA though.
Rat doo-doo, pigeons pooping. But the reality is, since New York is the birthplace of hip hop, that would make the most sense for there to be a hip hop Walk of Fame. But I don't know where.
Well, maybe they'll do something outside that hip hop museum that they're doing in the Bronx.
True.
Perhaps. All right, Lil Wayne, he has his Louisiana Festival lineup, and he's added some new acts to that lineup. So you can see, of course, Young Money, Quavo and Takeoff, Cameron, Rick Ross, Mellow Rax, Babyface Ray, special guests as well. So that should be a good one for everybody to check out. That's going to be happening actually this Saturday. It's back. So they said there's a few tickets left for everybody that wants to go to that. All right, and Rick Ross just got a $1.5 million watch, and he had it delivered by an armored vehicle. He posted the video to his Instagram stories, and you see the armored vehicle going through the front gates of his Promised Land estate. There's a security guard leading the way. Here he is.
Oh, this armed delivery, huh? This how you doing it, huh?
Yes, sir. Gotta make sure the goods are safe, ain't it?
It's the biggest boss. It's that Jacob delivery. Heavyweight. It's the biggest, man. I wake up and tell you every morning we got no time to waste, because that's the only thing we can't get back. This is beautiful right here, Jacob. This is beautiful, the triple tourbillon. Hope I'm saying it right.
Salute to Rick Ross. Rick Ross is another black man I love to see living life. Okay. Rick Ross enjoys his life. You hear me? Drop on the clues bombs for Rick Ross. If you have
Is that how you say it? Tourbillon? I never knew how to say that. Tourbillon?
I say it the same way.
I rarely can pronounce things that I can't afford. But I do want to say, if you have to do all that to deliver it, what do you do to protect it? Like if it comes to your house in an armored truck with a security guard, what do you do to protect it when it's in the house?
Well, I'm sure it was just delivered from New York, so they couldn't send it in FedEx or UPS, so they had to be delivered a certain way that was protected. I'm sure they do that with all valuables.
Yeah, but what do you do to protect it once it's in your house now?
Get it insured.
You got security, you have it insured, but I think with anything that is delivered like that, they definitely protect it like that.
I understand the delivery, but I'm saying, what do you do once it's in your house? Do you have an armed guard that watches it at all times?
I think Rose has staff that's on his property to make sure that his property's safe.
I pray so.
Maybe put it in a safe.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right? All right. Well, that is your rumor reports.
All right. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Oh, man, 4 after the hour, I need the police in Bullhead City. Bullhead City is a city in Arizona. I need them to come to the front of the congregation because they are simply punishing a person for doing the right thing. We'll talk about it.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
There are so many podcasts out right now, and it takes a team of people to bring them together. Whether you're hiring for a podcast or for your growing business, one place makes it easy. ZipRecruiter, and now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast.
It's time for the donkey of the day. That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it's donkey of the day for Friday, October 28th. Goes to police in Bullhead City. Now, Bullhead City is a city in Arizona who we probably have never, ever mentioned on Breakfast Club before, but they are getting their first mention on Donkey of the Day because of this situation. Apologies, Bullhead City. I wish we didn't have to meet like this, but your city and your police are tripping, okay? A lot of police around the country trip, but this trip right here isn't just a trip. It's a stumble and fall. See, some people on this planet just like to do good. No strings attached, not looking for anything in return. They just see people in need and they provide. It's simple as that. Norma Thornton, 78 years old of Bull City, seems to be one of those people. She is a widowed mother of 5 who grew up in poverty. She moved to Bullhead City in 2017 after she retired, and she began making meals for those in need after learning many in her community suffered from food insecurity. So Norma goes to Bullhead City Community Park, and she likes to go out there and serve food to the needy. In fact, she gave a quote where she said, "The thought of people being hungry, I mean, I'm not making a big impact," she is, "but at least some people have enough food to survive, and I can't even imagine living in this country and being hungry." Drop on the clues bombs for Norma Thornton. All right, 78 years old. A woman like that should be honored and helped, meaning that we already see her out there doing God's work. So let's provide her with more resources, more assistance, so she can feed more people. That's what it seems like should happen, right? Not in this America. Let's go to NBC News for the report, please.
Okay. Well, I'm going to call my higher-ups and figure out how we're going to handle this, okay?
This is police body camera footage from earlier this year, given to us by Norma Thornton's attorneys.
Very, very, very scary. I thought I was going to go to spend some time in jail.
It shows her getting put in a police car after they say she was feeding the homeless at a public park. Thornton was accused of breaking a Bullhead City law. The ordinance makes it illegal to take part in a food sharing event in a public park without a permit. The city says this ordinance is to ensure public health and safety and to prevent trash from piling up because of food sharing events.
Is it Bull City or Bullhead City? I repeat, is it Bull City or Bullhead City? I mean, Lord have mercy. Satan is really waging war against God, isn't he? Norma Thornton got arrested for feeding the homeless hot meals. This city, Bull City, has a new ordinance that makes it a criminal misdemeanor to share prepared food in a public park for charitable purposes without a permit. However, people are allowed to freely share food in the park for social events. So you can have a cookout or a party in the park and host up to 100 people with no consequences at all, but you can't do the same thing to feed the homeless. This is what I don't understand. Not just about Bullhead City, but in life. Look, you don't have to help me, but you don't have to hurt me either. If you don't want to help me, just get out my way. Leave me alone. Don't bother me. But if you see me helping folks, don't do things to hurt me and keep me from helping those who need it. I told y'all earlier that Norma said she can't even imagine living in this country and being hungry and being told that you cannot feed the hungry regardless of what the circumstances are. My God. Norma is absolutely right. And the city and the police department are wrong. And I am glad that Norma is filing a lawsuit against Bullhead City, dropping the clues bombs for Norma's lawsuit. Okay? She is alleging that her constitutional right to do charitable acts was violated and requested that a court strike down the city's BS ordinance prohibiting her from feeding the homeless. I don't know if it's a violation of her constitutional rights. All I know is something ain't right. And her lawsuit notes that while there are 3 food pantries in the city, they have limited hours and food options, and many are located where people cannot walk or drive. None of the pantries serve hot meals and only offer 1 box of prepackaged food per family each month. So basically what she's saying is, Bullhead City, y'all doing a little something, but not enough. Okay, nowhere near enough. So let me do my thing without having to get a permit, all right? The permit required to share prepared food at parks requires a 5-day notice and $250 refundable deposit for cleaning. It also only allows sharing in a single 2-hour window, just 1 day per month. Why would Bullhead City be worried about something like trash in the park? Don't they have someone to clean the parks? If not, make that a city ordinance. Like, hey, if you're going to feed the homeless, just make sure you clean up the park or at least pick up after yourself, or encourage the homeless people to make sure to throw the trash away, keep the park clean. If not, they cannot receive the hot meals. Simple as that. Help me help you. Get free meals, okay? Just keep the park clean. That's a fair exchange. But what kind of world do we live in where a city is going to charge a human for doing a good deed? Norma Thornton already spending her own money on the food and putting her own sweat equity into making the food, and you want to charge her for a permit because she decided to spend her time and energy making hot meals for those in need? This whole system is a wrap. Jesus ain't coming back. We really live in a time where folks demonize good and celebrate dysfunction. Now, Bullhead City released a statement claiming that individuals are free to serve food to any homeless person at their place of residence, church, or private property. Our ordinance applies to public parks only. That's what the mayor, Tom Brady, said in a statement. He thought he ate with that. Okay. Norma said that's not ideal because she still serves people, but now she has to do it in a private alley. She said it's not ideal because there's no tables, no grass. People get their food and they just sit up against a fence and eat. When she was serving in the park, word would get out that she was serving hot food, and it was much easier to get it to the people. And it was much easier for people to get to her and to the food. Let me tell y'all something, man. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of other. All right? No one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of another. All right? But you are very useless if you get in the way of a person who is trying to lighten the burden of another. All right? Bullhead City, right now, you are very useless, and you are a burden to Norma Thornton and a burden to all those starving, homeless individuals. Please give the city of Bullhead and the police department in Bullhead City the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. Ooh, you are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Yes, indeed.
All right, when we come back, it's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky
Friday. We all over the place. But today's Freaky Friday question comes from Angela Yee. She wanted to talk wet dreams. Now, where's this coming from, Yee?
What?
Well, it was a topic that we actually did talk about on Lip Service a little while ago, but I was just wondering, I feel like everybody at some point in their life has had a wet dream, right? You guys?
Of course.
Was there a time when it was more frequent than others? Are some of them more memorable? Were you ever
Mine wasn't
embarrassed?
frequent,
Were you
but
alone?
it's happened. I think it's happened to everybody once or twice, but it hasn't been for a long time for myself. What about you, Charlamagne?
I've had one before, but I cannot remember the last time. That was
me neither.
eons and eons and eons ago. That's when I guess Poltergeist used to be having sex with me. I used to be having sex with ghosts, I guess.
What was his
And
name?
did you ever have it when you were alone, or was somebody in the bed with you?
I was a child, so I was definitely alone.
Yeah, I
So
peed
you
in the
guys
bed.
never had adult wet dreams? You peed in the bed.
Why are you
recently?
saying that to us like we're disgusted? You're saying that like you're disgusted at us for something.
I've had a wet dream in a long time. I've peed in the bed more recent than I've had a wet dream, honestly. I haven't had a wet dream like since I was a kid.
I love this hard-hitting content we're delivering this morning on The Breakfast Club. What's the question, though?
Have you ever had a wet dream, and tell us about it? 800-585-1051. Let's talk about you. Yee. Have you?
Yeah, women have them too. That's why we were talking about it.
Well,
I don't remember the actual dream, but I just remember waking up feeling like I thought I was having sex, and then being like, "Oh, I'm actually not," and then going back to sleep.
Okay, all right. Well, let's talk about it.
It was a
800.
good sleep though after that.
Have you ever had a wet dream, and did you see the ghost that you was having sex with? Let's talk about it.
800-585-1051 is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, it's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky
Friday. Yeah, we all over the place. And today's Freaky Friday question comes from Angela Yee. She wants to talk wet dreams this morning. Now,
yes,
myself,
we want to hear about your wet dreams.
Years. No, I haven't had wet dreams in years. I don't even remember my wet dreams, honestly.
J-Cole had a whole song about it.
He did. Charlamagne said he hasn't had wet dreams in years.
Listen, bro, I'm 44 years old. I don't remember. I haven't had a wet dream in my adult life. Like wet dreams was when I guess I was a teenager or something. I haven't had one of those in my adult life, but I do feel like when you have a wet dream, you are having sex with some type of spirit. I do believe that.
And Angela, Yee, I said and Angela. And Yee, when's the last time you had a wet dream?
I think when I was in, right after college, but I remember it because it's not something that happened too frequently. And then we had a whole conversation about it the other day, and women having wet dreams.
So what was the conversation? What is it? Was it an ex? Was it somebody, a celebrity? Was it a random person?
Who was on the show? It was just the women talking about it.
No, I mean, who was in your wet dream?
You said you remember it.
I actually don't remember what happened in the dream. I just remember waking up thinking that I just had sex and realizing it was a dream, but it wasn't a celebrity.
Okay. All right.
It was
Well, let's go.
A weird feeling.
Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's Trip, MD the Kid, man. We tapping in. My first time calling in, man.
Trip, man. We talking wet dreams this morning. Talk to us, brother.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. When I was locked up, I had the most wet dreams a nigga ever had, and I ain't even really ever had wet dreams like that.
Sounds about right. That makes perfect sense.
I don't know if it's because you so pent up in there or because, you ain't had nothing a little bit, but, they say when you ain't high, you have more lucid dreams. But, boy, I ain't gonna lie, I used to be waking up with all kind of crazy dreams. And them be the main one when you locked up.
You have more lucid dreams when you're not what?
So when you locked up.
You're not high. When you go without smoking and stuff for a long time, when you be sober.
When you're not high. Got you. All right.
When you locked up, you be sober. So I'm guessing that's probably what they say. That's what it is. That's why you have more wet dreams and shit like that. You feel me?
Okay.
You miss them?
Telling you, I ain't gonna lie. I was going through it and that. I was like, oh man, I just had a dream I do last night. Let me tell you about it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, you should not wake up in no prison telling people about your wet dreams. Keep that to yourself. Write that down in your journal, King. You got to share that with nobody.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, this is Cassie.
Hey, Cassie. We're talking wet dreams this morning. Talk to us.
Yo, so first of all, Yee, thank you for setting us off, letting us girls know that it happens to us too. So that gave me the confidence to call. So listen, I'm in this dream and I'm giving it to Buddy, getting it real good. And then I wake up and I'm still giving it to air though. I thought I'd be able to finish, but I couldn't. It was crazy.
You wanted to go back to sleep so bad, like, man, why did I have to
go back
wake up?
To sleep and finish, Yee. I wanted to go back and finish.
Hey, how the room smell?
Yo, shut up.
Delicious.
Exactly. Let them know.
Thank you, Mama. Have a good weekend. 800-585-1051 is Freaky Friday. We're talking wet dreams this morning. Have you had one? How'd it go? Was it great? And how did the room smell? That's a Charlamagne question. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking wet dreams. It's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday.
And we're talking wet dreams this morning. Now, Angela Yee, I don't know if she had one last night or what's going on. This is something that's been on her mind.
Yeah, and listen, I'm glad a woman just called in to say that, she felt confident enough to call in and say that she'd have them, how amazing it was. And, we want to hear about your wet dream experiences.
All right. Hello, who's this?
What's going on? This is Jay.
Jay, what's up, brother?
Nothing much. I just wanted to get in on the topic that y'all talking about this morning.
All right. We're talking wet dreams, man.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. So back in 2012, 2013, I had this ex. And first little bit while we was living together, I never knew I was sleeping on a blow-up mattress because she had a bed frame and headboard and everything. So we sleep one day. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I start feeling this warm stuff come on my side of the bed. I'm like, the hell is that? And I get up and I wake her up. I'm sorry for cussing. I wake her up and I say, hey, you peeing. Like, get up, you're peeing. She was like, oh no, I was having a dream. I was having a dream. And then she got up and she finished peeing in the toilet. And I was like, you're doing a whole lot of peeing to be having a wet dream. Nah, you just peed in the bed with your grown self.
That's not necessarily a wet dream. That's the type of wet dreams Envy has.
It's still a wet dream, just a different type of fluid.
Yeah.
But why don't we classify peeing in the bed as a wet dream? Because we've all had that experience where you dream like you peeing in a toilet, but you're actually peeing in your bed. How come we don't call that a wet dream?
Well, that's because that's more peeing in the bed. A wet dream is like when you actually feel, you.
It's still wet.
Ejaculate.
What you about to say pee not wet?
So when you pee, that means you're ejaculating?
No, but it's still wet.
Okay, that's why.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. This is D from NC.
D, what's up, D?
What's going on? Good morning, Yee, Envy, and Charlamagne.
We're talking wet dreams this morning, brother. Talk to us.
All right, so I've had them as when I was younger. As an adult, I've had some here and there. But generally, the thing is when I'm about to, in the dream, when I'm about to arrive, it generally wakes me up because it feels like I have to go. It generally feels like I have to go to the bathroom. So it wakes me up, feels like I have to go pee. So I just wake myself up and feel like to run to the bathroom, and it's actually that.
Okay. Well, sorry to hear that.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Alexis calling from California.
Hello, Alexis. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, DJ Envy. How are you?
I'm doing well. We're talking wet dreams this morning. Talk to us.
Yes, sir. First of all, I would like to say hello to Miss Angela Yee and Charlamagne the Guy. I love you guys.
Queen.
I'm in California. It's 5:25 a.m. I wake up listening to you all every morning. God bless you guys.
Well, someone's about to have a wet dream because of your voice. Okay?
Yeah, your voice is very wet dreamish.
Well, I'm a woman of a certain age, and I have wet dreams at least 2 to 3 times a week, depending on if I play with toys or not. So if I'm not playing with any toys, I will have wet dreams more often. But I am single, and I have a lot.
You need that release. You want to release it, and so it just happens in your sleep.
I really do. Right.
When's the last time you had a wet dream?
Last night.
Now, let me ask you a question. You said you're a woman of a certain age. How do you know that these wet dreams aren't really night sweats associated with menopause?
I could expect that coming from you because I know when I climax whether then I'm having sweats.
Okay.
Charlamagne.
She's like, I know what an orgasm is.
Exactly.
Okay. Have you ever had one with somebody else in the house?
In the bed?
No, I'm single.
You're single. Okay.
I'm so happy to talk to you guys.
Happy to talk to you.
Well, thank you for calling.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I can't wait to talk to you some more about your wet dreams.
Okay. I'll hit you guys up and we can talk further. Y'all need to hit me up on a date. 54 years old and single.
All right, girl. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, mama. You have a good weekend, okay?
You too. Bye-bye. Bye, Sean.
Peace, Queen.
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story, guys, if there's a moral?
I don't know if there's a moral to this immoral story.
Wet dreams aren't immoral.
This is interesting, though, because a lot of people say they woke up before they ejaculate, but a lot of people, don't wake up before they pee. I wonder what that is. Is it an age thing? Like, or does your body knows it shouldn't be in the bed when it's about to pee, but your body knows it should be in the bed when it's about to ejaculate? I don't know. It's just strange.
Oh, maybe it's just a different feeling. Some people have more violent ejaculations. It might shake you awake.
That's true, too. All right. Well, we got rumors on the way. What we talking about?
New music. It's Friday, so, we got to do it, and it's a good Friday.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got to shout out LaRussell for joining us this morning.
Salute to my good brother LaRussell, man. Love that young dude. He's got a project out right now called I Hate When Life's Going Great. He's got that infectious energy, man, that kind of energy that you want spread out throughout the entire world. So support LaRussell, please.
Absolutely. And Charlamagne, I see you had T.I. and Tommy Davidson on the show last night.
I had T.I., I had Tommy Davidson, and I had Kirsten Soltis Anderson from CNN. They were all on. Hell of a week last night. If you didn't watch it, hope you DVR'd it, or you can go to Paramount Plus and watch the whole episode all weekend. And Stephen Colbert was on. I had a great one-on-one conversation with Stephen Colbert. You can go watch that on Paramount Plus as well. And I want to salute, man, everybody who's coming out to my screening of the movie Till tonight. Till is coming out this weekend everywhere. We have a screening tonight for everybody who got the invite and RSVP'd. I'll see you there tonight. All right? And be prepared. It's a heavy movie. It's a very, 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 very heavy movie. So I want y'all to come in there and do some breathing exercise. Do some breathing exercises before you get there.
All right. Well, you got a positive note?
I do. The positive note is simply this. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. There is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. And you have not lived today until you have done something for someone who can never repay you.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?